If you think Haku returned to WWE programming just to stand beside his sons and offer words of encouragement, then you may have missed the bigger picture entirely. Because what happened on SmackDown could be the beginning of something much larger, something that could completely change the balance of power in the Bloodline saga. Right now, Roman Reigns has rebuilt one of the most dangerous groups in WWE. With Jey Uso, Jey Uso, and Jacob Fatu standing beside him, the tribal chief appears stronger than ever. Every time they step into an arena, they bring numbers, experience, and dominance. On paper, nobody should be able to challenge them. But then Haku appeared. And when Haku made his presence felt, it wasn't just a family reunion. It felt like a warning. A signal that his side of the family isn't finished yet. Welcome back to the Ringside Observer. If you're a fan of WWE news, bloodline updates, and deep wrestling analysis, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a future upload. Now let's talk about why Haku's return might be much more important than people realize. The first thing you need to understand is the numbers game. Roman Reigns currently has a four-man unit that looks almost impossible to stop. Meanwhile, Haku's side consists primarily of Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga. Haku himself remains the respected elder statesman, but he's not expected to compete regularly inside the ring. That creates a clear disadvantage. In WWE, when one faction has a numbers advantage, the story almost always leads to reinforcements arriving sooner or later. And that's where things get interesting. Many fans have already started looking at Tala Tonga differently. Casual viewers may simply see him as another member of the family, but longtime wrestling fans know exactly who he is. Before arriving in WWE, Tala Tonga was known around the wrestling world as Hikuleo, a towering powerhouse who spent years dominating in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Standing nearly 7 feet tall, Hikuleo built a reputation as one of the most intimidating big men in the business. WWE hasn't fully explored that history yet, but the moment they decide to remind fans of what Tala accomplished before joining WWE, Haku's group instantly becomes more dangerous. Suddenly, they don't just have a numbers problem. They have a legitimate giant capable of changing the outcome of any fight. Still, even that might not be enough to overcome Roman Reigns and his bloodline. Which brings us to the biggest name connected to this entire story, Zilla Fatu. Over the past several days, wrestling fans have been buzzing about Zilla's future. The son of the late Umaga and a member of wrestling's most famous family recently wrapped up business on the independent scene, leading many people to believe that a WWE arrival could be right around the corner. The signs are certainly there. At his recent farewell appearance, fans thanked him, fellow wrestlers wished him luck, and the atmosphere felt very much like someone preparing for a major next step in their career. Naturally, many fans immediately assumed that step would be WWE. And if Zilla does arrive, the obvious prediction is that he joins Roman Reigns. After all, during his farewell appearance, he flashed the famous one-finger gesture associated with the tribal chief. To many people, that looked like confirmation that his future is already decided. But what if that's exactly what WWE wants fans to think? Because when you look deeper into Zilla Fatu's history, another possibility begins to emerge. For years, Zilla has spoken openly about his issues with Solo Sikoa. Long before recent bloodline developments, he made comments suggesting there was real tension between them. He even referred to Solo as a snake and made it clear that he wasn't interested in blindly following anyone. That history matters, because Solo Sikoa no longer stands beside Roman Reigns. The family is fractured. The alliances have changed. And suddenly there is room for an entirely different story. Imagine the reaction if fans expect Zilla Fatu to join Roman Reigns only for him to walk out and stand beside Haku, Tama Tonga, and Tala Tonga instead. That would instantly shift the balance of power. It would give Haku's group the reinforcement they desperately need. And perhaps most importantly, it would give Zilla a meaningful story from day one, rather than simply becoming another face in Roman's already crowded faction. From a storytelling perspective, it makes a lot of sense. Roman Reigns already has established stars around him. Jacob Fatu is a major attraction. Jimmy and Jey Uso are household names. Every member of that group already has a defined role. But Haku's side still feels incomplete. They need a game changer. They need someone who can immediately make an impact. and Zilla Fatu could be exactly that person. Now imagine looking ahead toward Survivor Series or even War Games season. Roman Reigns leading one side, Haku leading the other, Jacob Fatu standing across the ring from Zilla Fatu. Family members forced to choose sides, old grudges resurfacing, new rivalries being born. That is the kind of story WWE could build around for months. Whether it happens or not remains to be seen. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Haku's return may have been about much more than family pride. It may have been the first step in building a new force capable of challenging Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. And if that force is eventually joined by Zilla Fatu, the entire landscape of WWE could change overnight. Do you think Zilla Fatu should join Roman Reigns' Bloodline, or should he become Haku's secret weapon and help build a rival family faction? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more WWE news, rumors, and analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.